Hello, my name is Fred Humphrey. Welcome to April Foolery. I actually don't know why I'm participating in this event. I have never sung a parody or a foolish song in my life. Just ask anyone who knows me. However, I promised Ron and David that I would do something, so I guess I will. I would like to thank Janice Schilling, Ron Green, and David Weissman for making this event possible. I'm going to try two songs I figured out. The first one is Uncle Eph's Got the Coon and Gone On. I got that tune from Art Theme. And the second song is called Horses Run Around. Thank you for listening. This is a song I got from Art Theme. Art was a wonderful folk singer and storyteller, dearly missed, worked out of the Midwest, and contracted a virulent strain of MS and died shortly afterwards. He's greatly missed. This tune is called Uncle Eph's Got the Coon and Gone On. Art didn't write the song, but I got it from him. As I was a-comin' up through my field, a black snake bit me on the heel. They carried me home and laid me on the bed, and the old folks said, this feller's done dead. Uncle Eph's got the coon and he's gone on. Gone on, gone on. Uncle Eph's got the coon and he's gone on, and left us looking up a tree. Well, hitch my horse up to the rack, buckle my banjo to my back. Buckle broke and the banjo flew. Devil's got the buckle and the banjo too. Uncle Eph's got the coon and gone on, gone on, gone on. Uncle Eph's got the coon and he's gone on, and left us looking up a tree. Old Uncle Eph was a good old soul, washed his face in the butter bowl, bumped his head on the mantelpiece, and fell head first in the bucket of grease. Uncle Eph's got the coon, gone on, gone on, gone on. Uncle Eph's got the coon and he's gone on, left us looking up a tree. Well, I should probably tell you about my Uncle Ephraim. Uncle Eph had a farm up in northern Indiana, and he was a famous raccoon hunter. Never took his gun along when he went raccoon hunting. He just took his axe because he wanted to give the animals a chance, you know. Well, shortly after Christmas one year, I went up to visit Uncle Eph, and he wanted to go raccoon hunting. I guess it was second week in January, and it was really cold. And so we walked out. Uncle Eph took his axe, never took his gun along because he liked to give the animals a chance, you know. So we walked out 2, 3, 4 miles, and off in the distance, we saw this tree, this big old tree, and it would swell way up, and then it would shrink back down, and it would swell up again and shrink back down. So we walked over there, and there standing by this frozen lake was this big old oak tree just plumb full of raccoons hanging there by their tail. You know, it was one of those famous raccoon trees that you hear so much about. Out standing on the lake were a bunch of geese. So Eve got busy, you know, started chopping on that tree. After about 30 minutes, he had that tree lying down on the ice on the lake. It was then that we realized that the geese were not standing on the lake. Their little feet were frozen right into the lake. Must have been a cold snap the night before. Well, Uncle Eve took one look at that, and he started chopping. And he was chopping the ice. And he chopped around the tree and around the geese. And pretty soon he had a big old raft of ice floating free. And with all that commotion, the geese began to flap, and that raft of ice just started lifting off the water there. Well, naturally, we jumped on at the last minute, and that raft of ice was taken off, and we realized if we went over to the right, we'd tilt over to the right, went over to the left, tilt over to the left, went back, it went up, went forward, it went down. Well, we flew around for 3-4 hours there. It was cold. It was so cold, but it was beautiful. The corn stubbles was peeking out of the snow, and we could see the curvature of the earth. We got up that high, and pretty soon Eve thought we should go back towards his farm. Now, he had an old chicken yard there, and his idea was to bring that raft of ice down into that chicken yard. I had no idea how I was going to manage this, but I knew that my Uncle Eve, he was a very smart man. Why, they say when he was a young man, he made $1 million selling Cheerios as donut seeds. Well, we got hovering kind of over that chicken yard there, and Eve went over on the right side of the raft, and he wrung one of those geese's necks. Well, naturally, it stopped flapping. Well, then he went over on the left side, wrung another goose's neck. It stopped flapping too. Pretty soon, he had that raft of ice powered right down into his chicken yard. Oh, gosh. We was eating goose forever. We had roast goose. We had goose sandwiches. We had goose stew. We had goose pizza. It was too much goose, I tell you. Well, about a week later, come and knock at the door. It was Davy Crockett himself. Seems like Eve had gotten all the raccoons in that part of the Midwest, and Davy Crockett come by. He wanted to buy a coonskin cap, a coonskin so he could make a new cap. You know, the ones with the tail hanging down? Wake up, sister, don't you sleep so late. Keep your eye on the Golden Gate. Get up and dance by the light of the moon. Here comes just a fetching of the coon. Uncle Eve's got the coon. Gone on, gone on, gone on. Uncle Eve's got the coon and he's gone on. He left us a-looking up a tree. What kind of slippers does the angels wear? Slipping and sliding on the golden stairs. Golden slippers, silver socks. Drop your nickel in the missionary box. Uncle Eve's got the coon and he's gone on, gone on, gone on. Uncle Eve's got the coon and he's gone on. Left us a-looking up a tree. When Ephraim told this world goodbye, he went to his home in heaven on high. Told St. Peter for to make him room, 'cause here comes he just a fetching of the coon. Uncle Eve's got the coon and he's gone on, gone on, gone on. Uncle Eve's got the coon and he's gone on, and he left us a-looking up a tree. Miss You, our theme. This song is called Horses Run Around. When I was about 9 or 10 years old, we were visiting some relatives down in St. Louis, Missouri, and my mother took us to a used bookstore, and I found this book, and she let me buy it. And in this book, there is a song called Horses Run Around. Thank you for listening. Horses run around, their feet are on the ground. Oh, who will wind the clock while I'm away, away? Go get the axe, there's a hair on baby's chest, And the boy's best friend is his mother, while looking out the window, a second-story window. I slipped, sprained my eyebrow on the pavement. Go get the Listerine, sisters has a bow, and we'll cut the sleeves off father's vest, his vest, peeking through the knothole in grandpa's wooden leg. Oh, who has put the shore so near the ocean, Go get the alcohol, Willie wants a drink, for grandma's false teeth will soon fit baby. While walking in the moonlight, the bright and sunny moonlight, she kissed me in the eye with a tomato. Oh, we feed baby garlic so we can find him in the dark. And an onion is a very husky vegetable, a table. She spanked him with a shingle to make his panties tingle, because he socked his little baby brother, a snake spelled lips, because he has no hips, and he wears a necktie around his middle.